An Indian woman, whether confined to the four walls of home or out of its bounds, her contributions in every field over the centuries, from ancient to present modern times, have been exceptional and exemplary. Indian women, at 48.1%, form nearly half of the total population of the country. Since Vedic times till today, whether it is administration, polity, science or technology, judiciary, medicine, sports or space, education or welfare, entrepreneurship, one has to just name the field and the saga of the Indian woman's contribution unfolds. In the modern times today, women have held high offices in India, including that of President, Prime Minister, Chief Ministers, Speakers of Lok Sabha, Vice Chancellors, Directors, Heads of Institutions, and many more. I conclude by welcoming you all once again to the webinar, Women and Nation Building, Issues and Challenges.
Educational institutions can play a vital role in bridging the gender disparities and countering the issue and challenges in the arena of women development. So, if you are a woman and heading an institution, or you are a dean or head of the department or a vice chancellor, you are fortunate. Repay this to the nation by empowering women. Utilize your position well, constructively for betterment of the institutions, the society, and the nation. Gear your courses and programs that facilitate women participation in every discipline, especially the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths courses. Encourage these participation in unconventional courses. The seeds you sow today will bear fruits tomorrow. So we have to be ready today. The task of nation building is not an easy task. It's an arduous exercise and a complex process. It involves both men as well as women equally. There's a saying which says that the hand that rocks the cradle can rock the world too. So friends, make that hand strong.
Gender equity and women's inclusion play a central role in shaping a more democratic, stabilized, and developed society.
The content and process of literacy has certainly been useful in appreciating cultural diversity while forming common identity. National integration, forming identity, recognizing and appreciating ethnic diversity, respecting different cultural, linguistic, and religious groups, all this is at the base of nation building. Safety of every section of society, sustainable development, good governance, all these are walls with education for all, food for all, health for all, skill development, affordable housing, national security, industrial development as bricks of those walls. All of these are very, very important to nation building. But the path to that goes through adult literacy. Adult literacy is the path for social development, individual development, for the progress of the nation.
It's indeed a matter of privilege that I have been invited to address JAMIA MILLIA ISLAMIA, a truly inclusive university, and therefore carrying forward this idea of having gender being included in all aspects of education in all their departments is something that is to be recognized. Gender budgeting would require that wherever there is money and budget available, you try to provide specific measures and specific strategies for ensuring that it provides for greater learning, it provides for access to learning, it provides for better quality of learning, better skilling of learning, and all this from the point of view of women empowerment.
Theatre has been what is called entertainment, as part of entertainment, but it has been as part of education and creating awareness. And it has also been, as any art, any other art form, a form of self-exploration. I must point out that women in this particular field, post, sort of from the Middle Ages, there has been a lot of stigma attached to women in this field, and therefore there is a kind of stereotyping, and therefore it has been a very, very uphill task for women to find a space in this area. So women who have come into this arena as performers have been denigrated, have been boycotted, but they have persisted and in their own way have contributed significantly.
If we are to ask ourselves, where are women in the media today? And if we look at just the 30 years of the graduates who have passed out of this, women who have passed out of this institute, we would say that they're everywhere. There are so many of those frontiers and glass ceilings have been broken. So many working as cinematographers, editors, in a diversity of fields. Now, does that mean that it has become a level playing field? Has the industry become less sexist or misogynist? Absolutely not. Certain frontiers have been won, other frontiers await to be conquered. So, not that at all. But it gives me some pleasure to say that in Bombay today, one of the most successful and accomplished and sought after underwater cinematographer is a woman.
Taking this opportunity to make you feel that we are living in a world where women has already done remarkable contribution in the field of science as well. You look at IITs or NIITs or IASs, there the women are not that much prominent like in playing the leadership role. And now the policy says that 30% representation of women in selection, evaluation committee and decision-making groups and even leadership role. So STI policy contains these recommendations.
By 1975, in this new environment, the number of women in medicine nearly tripled, and by 2005, more than 25% of physicians and around 50% of medical students were women. Today, the number of women choosing medicine as a career continues to grow. Over half of the students in medical schools, including medical schools in India, are female. And women are truly reshaping the way medicine is practiced today. But there are still problems. Women in medicines are referred to as a leaky pipeline. So while many women have achieved parity with men in entering graduate school, a variety of discrimination and challenges causes them to drop out at every stage in the academic pipeline, at graduate school, at postdoc level, at faculty positions, and they are still way behind in receiving recognition for groundbreaking work.
This constant silencing of women's voice shrinks their space to live and grow and contribute fully. There have been many advocates of women's rights, but each invariably laced with their own perception and agenda. They are welcome, keeping in mind the general welfare of women, but to place this general welfare on solid grounds, it is important not only to know of women's experiences, but to know from her directly. Let her speak, however immature her expressions may be. Voicelessness is a great pain.
In my conclusion, I would like to add, women are not leaky pipes. Their voices are not to be scuttled. They have to be heard. And what needs to be done is to create an entire support system. Women are not drops in the ocean, but they are oceans in themselves. What women need is creation of safe spaces where they can excel and excel without pressures. Roadmap for gender equality, exercising of women's rights, is what needs to be done. So to enable them to show their potentials to the fullest, a positive, proactive approach, mutual respect, and full support is what is needed for women to carry forth their journey of nation building.